Yo, what is up, everybody? I know you just can't get enough of me, right? And it might not be a bad thing, but in this video I'm going to talk about cards I think you should be buying during this correction, dip, you know, whatever you want to call it. And most of these cards are going to be based from my last video about the card industry in general, so if you haven't watched that, go watch that. But in this video I'm going to basically just talk about cards that I think are just great investments, considering how far they've dropped off. And you know, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. I'm on Card Ladder. I don't have the pro version yet, but we want to look at Michael Jordan. And if you want to look at his profile in 1 month, you can see it's gone down 23%, which is crazy. He's a top player, obviously, especially in cards. You know, people love his cards, and you can see most of his cards are just down, like down bad. And now specifically, I'm gonna go to the ones I own. For example, let's look at this Fleer sticker. I don't have the PSA 7. I have a PSA 9 actually, and that card is at its peak. It was at around $31,000, and now it's barely at $12,000. So that's like 60 to 70% just declining, which is crazy. Because you know, a card like Michael Jordan's, especially for a Fleer sticker, shouldn't really be that low in my opinion. And I think as more people get into this hobby, and my prediction for this hobby is just, you know, trending upwards as more and more people get into it, this card is going to be out of reach for a lot of people. So I'd say the Michael Jordan Fleer sticker is a great pickup at 12K, honestly. And then also another card I own that I was talking about in the last video, guys, the 1985 Nike promo. I've talked about this card in the past. I just think it's a really cool, just iconic card. Him dunking in the Jumpman pose, and there's only like 160 of these graded in a PSA 10. Obviously it's like a higher end card, and at its peak it was selling at $54,000, and right now it says 29K, but as we checked in the last video, it's around 24,000 actually. Last eBay comp was around 25,000, which is crazy. This card's down 50%. And you know, cards that usually tank like that usually have a lot more upside than a card that's just gone down, let's say 5, 10, 15%, obviously. So that's another kind of card. And you don't have to buy these specific cards, but just get into the mindset of these cards that have tanked, that are, you know, low pop, limited, cool, just have some sort of history behind them. You can see that if they tank like 50, 60, 70%, this might be a good opportunity just because there's so much upside on it. All right, next we have, man, my favorite player, the GOAT, LeBron James, and his Topps Chrome PSA 10, or I mean, it doesn't have to be PSA 10, could be PSA 9, could be PSA 8, but we're just gonna look at PSA 10 prices. And like I said in my last video, this is a $43,000 card at its peak. I think it was actually 45, but you know, you get the point, right? And that one is down $20,000 to $24,000. Okay, so it's down almost 50%, which is crazy. And you know, LeBron is injured right now too, so his card is probably gonna go down a little bit more, maybe to around 20-ish if I had to predict. And that would be, I think, a great buying opportunity, just considering there's 2,000 of these cards, and there's a lot of LeBron fans. And LeBron's, you know, the biggest athlete of this generation, and as more and more people get into sports cards, this is going to be the go-to athlete. You know, everybody's going to want a LeBron card just because of who he is, his brand, everything like that. Okay, and then we have Kobe Bryant's Topps Paper PSA 10. Like I said before, this card was at 12K. I don't know why Card Ladder is not really showing every eBay comp, but it was at 12K was the highest sale, as we saw in Market Movers. And right now this card's trending around 6,000, so that's 50% it's gone down. So it, you know, around playoff time especially, that's when people are going to be focusing on playoff players like, you know, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, maybe LeBron, you know, AD, Jamal Murray, Giannis, Kawhi. I probably missed a few players, but you know, you get the gist of it. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, those guys. So the market's gonna be shifting away from people like Kobe, MJ, you know, just the players that are retired and not, you know, in the playoffs also. So I think, you know, coming close to playoff time, maybe even now, these cards like MJ and Kobe are just great buys, because during the next run up they'll probably, you know, maybe break another all-time high, assuming it follows the pattern of spike, consolidate, and then break another all-time high, and just, you know, that current spike and dip a little bit, then spike and dip a little bit. So I think that might be a good play. And then also another good play is a Tim Duncan Topps Chrome. These, oh man, these were around $5,000, close to their peak, And then now they're barely selling for $2,000. I mean, this one sold for $1,900. So that's down 60%, which is crazy to me. And what I think is when Kobe's documentary, the date drops, I think that's when people are gonna, you know, get more hype about it, because we hear these rumors about a Kobe documentary. There's no set date or anything like that. There's really no expectation of when it's gonna show up. So people, I guess, got hype at the beginning, and then, you know, nothing really happened regarding like an update. So people just kind of started selling at the peaks, and now we're just seeing a decline. And, you know, Tim Duncan's going to be a big part of that. You know, his cards were also spiking, but also because he was underappreciated, and now he's back under $2,000, which is crazy to me. So I think Tim Duncan's a great pickup, honestly. All right, guys, another card we have is, man, I've been stocking up so much on Kawhi. I bought 6 of these Kawhi 2012 Prism PSA 10s. And I got them for around $3,000, and they've been staying around that range for a while now. Now, if you remember, at its peak during the playoffs last season, before they got upset by the Nuggets, his card was at $6,600, and after they lost, they dropped to $2,000, and now they've been staying around $3,000 or $2,500 to $3,000. That's been their range. So everybody else's cards had a huge run up, and they've broken all-time highs. And Kawhi's is still just at around $3,000, which is crazy to me, because I think people are just overlooking Kawhi just because that huge disappointing series they had versus the Nuggets. And they've been playing pretty well this season. And so I don't think there's a reason that Kawhi's card should be at 3K. I think this is a great time to get Kawhi. And, you know, I think I'm pretty confident that Kawhi is going to just go up, you know, maybe to $4 or $5, maybe even $6,000. Like he was before, as long as they're showing, you know, some playoff success and things like that. All right, as always, man, thank you for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Please, like 75% of you guys who watch this video are not subscribed, and it only takes 2 seconds to subscribe. It's free. You know, I'm putting more money into your pocket, teaching you guys like a bunch of new things, so there's no reason not to subscribe. And even if you hate my channel, just think it's worse than just eating diarrhea, just remember, at least I'm not Sports Card Invest channel. Okay, so just for that reason, you should stay subscribed to this channel. But leave a like, you know, comment what you liked about the video, or any feedback, or, you know, another video you want me to make, and I'll see you.